Hi there. I'm Jess Arce, America's dyslexia expert and the CEO and program director of 3D Learning Experts. Today, I received a text from the mom of one of my former clients, and she asked what advice I had for her daughter who failed her written driver's test 3 times. Well, I have perfect advice, or should I say, I know exactly this experience because my daughter failed the written driving test. It was either 2 or 3 times. It's been a while, so I can't remember for sure if she took it 3 times and the 3rd time she passed, or if she failed 3 times and then she passed the 4th time. It doesn't matter what the reason is. What matters is the solution. And the solution is actually pretty easy. As far as I know, every state in our country has an option to have the driver's test read out loud to you. And that's what you need to do, is get your child on the list to have the test read to them. So when my daughter got her driver's license 9 years ago, so it must have been 10 years ago when she took the driver's test, it was a 3-month wait after we got her on the list. So plenty of time to go through the driver's manual, make sure that they know the answers to it. And I actually read the entire driver's ed manual to my daughter to make sure that she understood everything and didn't switch around words, because very often dyslexic people will switch around a word, like maybe it's traffic and she'll read it as tragic or something like that. So that was really important for me to make sure that she understood exactly what the laws were. And when it was finally time for her to have her scheduled driving test appointment, she said she was the only American that was there having the test read to them. It was read to them as a group. And everyone else was a foreigner who English was their second language, but that's okay. She passed it no problem when it was read to her. And here's the thing. Maybe your child reads on grade level. By the time they're 16 or 15 taking the written test, they could be reading on a high school reading level. However, you add the extra stress of needing to pass the test, and that lowers their abilities to pass the driving test. So you want to arm your child with every possible opportunity to pass, and that's why it's helpful to have it read to them, even if they are reading on grade level. And here's another thing, an experience that my same child had. So we made accommodations when she was taking her cosmetology exam to have it read to her. And the person that they had to read it to her was actually, English was their second language, and they didn't read all that well themselves. I don't know how that is possible for a government agency to have their reading assistant people not be able to read English well, but it's not surprising, right? As parents of neurodiverse kids, we've seen it all. The one good thing that came out of my daughter knowing that she was having someone read to her, even though she ended up reading most of the test to herself, or her and the person who was supposed to read to her read it together. But what happened was she didn't have the anxiety coming into the test because she knew it wasn't going to all be on her to be able to read it. So that was one benefit. Another benefit was the test was broken up. So her practicum and her written test were on 2 separate days, which is not normally how they do it. Normally they would have them do it all on one day. So that was the second perk of it. I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope this answers your question, and I wish your child the best in their endeavors to get their driver's license. And if you have any other questions, please ask. Send me a text, send me an email, send a DM or a PM, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. Thanks.